welcome everyone back to the Gatekeepers Court. I'm your host Taylor, and we have another guest on today, Miss T. How are you doing?
I'm great. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Yes. Okay. Well, let's get into the tea. All right. So, who are we going to start with today? Okay. You know who I want to? Vanessa.
Here we
Woo!
go.
She's irking my nerves.
Seriously, from the beginning, Vanessa has definitely shown that she's, for the streets. I hate to say it like that. And so it's gotten worse, but yes, let's start with Vanessa.
Yeah, I think it's kind of annoying. Like she keeps trying to make Deanna the problem, and I'm just like, it doesn't seem like the issues with y'all started with Joey. So it's like,
Mm-mm.
is it
Because
her?
she already wasn't coming home. So even before Doug died, we kept seeing Donnell, and he kept saying, "Oh,
Darnell.
he was taking up for or making excuses for her." And so you could kind of tell, like, the relationship was rocky with her and
Yeah.
Deanna. So it just all escalated once Doug died. And she threw this new man on them. And I'm like, that's a lot.
Yeah.
It's
And
a
I
lot.
say it all the time, like about grief. Like, I think grief is like drugs. It's just gonna make everything bigger.
Oh,
Like, drugs
absolutely.
will only
Absolutely.
amplify. It just amplifies
Absolutely.
what's already there.
And you don't know how
So,
you're going to respond. You don't know when it's going to hit you. I mean, it's like they're young, first of all,
they
totally
are.
unexpected, death of their dad, and their mother just kind of living her best life. Like, I'm grieving him, but mama needed life too. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like, it's tough. I mean, it was tough for me as a grown up when my mother passed away. And, my dad,
Right.
it was kind of like I'm dealing with that, my own grief, and then so it kind of hit home for me. Although I was older, I can't imagine being young
Mhm.
kids losing your father and your mom just
Exactly.
not taking care, like making sure she was there for her kids. And if your child didn't want to come, go to her.
Right.
Don't just say, oh, she's okay at school. I'm like, be annoying to your kids.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, why did you? She's down the road. Why would you not go and
Yeah,
see her? I'm like,
yeah,
you're funding the education. You have a right to
yes,
go to that dorm,
yes,
knock on
yes.
that door.
And just
Like,
say, hey,
no.
I'm here and I'm not trying to annoy you, but this is a lot and we need each other. Like these
Yeah.
strangers in college, being there for her, like, no, absolutely
Didn't
not.
didn't didn't they say she lives in the sorority house? Like that's even more expensive. Like I'm like, no,
Yeah,
I'll visit her all the time. I'm
okay.
sorry.
It was just crazy to me. I'm like, it was just odd. I mean, unexpected death. Your twin brother is there, so you're not with your twin, although I know y'all at school together. So I was like, why don't
Mhm.
y'all just like have some solidarity and rally around your
So
mom? So so yeah, the whole Deanna is the problem. I'm like, Vanessa, you don't appear to be a good mother. Like you
mm-mm.
seem to be focused on yourself. So I wasn't feeling her and how she was
I
kind
don't.
of putting it on Deanna. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
So
I'll
yeah.
I'll never be okay with that.
Mm-mm.
And also sorry for your losses as well.
Yeah, it's
Um,
tough. It's hard.
yeah,
Like I said, I was like, at my big age, like my mom passed like a month before I turned 45. So telling my age.
yeah,
And it was very different. I mean, it was unique. It was bizarre. It's, losing a loved one, a parent, somebody that means the world to you. It's tough. So I just was like, I understand giving people space, but they're
mhm,
young, they're Their frontal lobes haven't developed yet. They're
That's
not.
true.
This is a lot to take in and navigate. You're in college. You lose your father, and you're just kind of like, oh, she has her friends at school. What?
Yeah.
I
It
just I
was
couldn't understand it.
what's crazy is like right before, because when did the show start?
It's like a year. I think it started maybe because we did like the OGs. We celebrate the year anniversary. I think it was in April. I think early April. So it's been a year.
So
So Doug hasn't even been dead a year. I don't think. He was on the first couple of months, and then they killed him
yeah.
off.
So like April 25. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, my brother had passed away like a few months before. And
See,
so this
Yeah.
show is clearly like this kept me from falling off that thread I was hanging on.
Yeah, I'm
'Cause,
so
you
sorry to
know,
lose a sibling. Just like I said, a close loved one, a parent, a sibling, a
mhm.
auntie, whatever. Like whatever your dynamics are, those relationships, like it cuts deep, you
It
know.
does. And
So
I think like I kind of get Deanna feeling like her mom or whatever just wasn't there, because I
right,
felt very alone during that thing. Like it was I think it was the funeral, like going to the funeral and just seeing it was packed,
yeah,
but everybody who was there because of their relationship with my parents, not
right,
because of their relationship with me. And
yeah,
that really hurt my feelings.
yeah,
Cause I was just like, wow, like all these people I done connected with over the years, like I'm 30,
hmm,
that happened at 29. And yeah, I was just like, that's crazy. I done been to
right,
school, two times, like all these people I done met and nobody's here.
right.
I cut so many people off after that. Like
I
I was just
mean,
like,
when death, sickness, things like that, I mean, they show people's true colors. It's
mhm,
sad to say it like that, but it kind of weeds folks out, that aren't really for whatever reason. I don't know why it happens, but I said I'm much older than you, so um, I've seen a lot of life. I've seen how people move in life, and just hold on to those people for sure that stand in the gap and are there for you in the good times as well as the tough times, because that
right,
shows who really is a true friend to you. So
for sure.
it's tough. So
So
that's why like you, I couldn't understand because I mean my family, I have a very strong support system in my family, and I'm very thankful for that. So when
mhm.
it's a loss on that magnitude, like you need people to really show up for you.
Yeah. And I just feel like she was just so alone. Like, I'm like,
Yeah,
for you to not go and visit your daughter while
yeah,
something like that is going on, and even the whole funeral situation was weird for me because
yeah,
you just don't casually, well, they're just not going to come to the funeral. Like,
yeah.
that's
I'm
not
like, their daddy.
my daddy. Like, what is that about?
I wasn't. Yeah, it didn't make sense to me. So, and then she escalated the whole Joey situation. Like, I
Even
want
he
you guys to
said
meet
it was
Joey.
inappropriate.
Look, my mama's been dead 8 years this year. And I'm just at the point where if my daddy said he had a friend, I would be good. But he and my mom have been married for, I was like, nah, you ain't
Years.
about to be cheating on my mama. Now my mama is gone to glory. But, so I related to them in that way too, like your father was young, he died unexpectedly, and now your mom is like, hey y'all, this is my new dude. What? So when Deanna showed up and showed out, I was like, exactly. Because you could have kept this on the low for a little bit
She should
longer.
have.
Like, why are you talking about this relationship? Not just the relationship, the person you're in the relationship with, a thug, a hood,
Call it what it is.
aka a mob boss. Your husband was caught up in a gambling addiction. That's how you met this dude. But now that's your boo.
Right.
Like
And
not
the reason why she's so mad at Deanna is because Deanna called it. Deanna was like, "No,
yeah,
you've been seeing this man long before that."
yeah. Like when he died, you was with him. The kids don't know that, but the guilt is eating her up. It is.
It is.
So, and it's good to a point that because she can't have both of them, both of the twins, like down her throat about this relationship. So, fast forward to today, seeing
Hmm.
Donnell saying, like, dude, I know you are with some shenanigans. Did you have anything to do with what happened? Are you a part of this plasma ring thing? And so that kind of made me a little like confident that he's not totally, he wants to keep the peace, but he's also like, this is my mom. And if
Right.
you're going to put her in a situation where she's not going to be safe, I'm not going to be cool with that. So, you know, we'll see how it plays out, but
Yeah.
Joey's going to be Joey. I
And
think he
the thing
loves
is, I
her.
like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he loves her, but I just don't know. I don't know.
I like him, but it's like you cannot 100% guarantee that. Like he keeps saying, "Oh, I'm never gonna put her in that
Yeah.
situation." You don't
Yeah.
know.
You have no idea. Your enemies, when they find out you're with her, she's a target. She's gonna be a target.
Exactly.
So you don't. People do unhinged things when they feel like it's going to hurt you if they hurt who you love and care about.
Exactly.
So, so
Yeah.
I mean, Donnell is right. Like you live a shady life, bruh, and you about to have my mama caught up in some nonsense. So we'll
That's why
see.
he was alone for so long too. Like even he said that he's like, "That's why I don't fall in love because I don't want to have a weak spot."
Right.
So
And now he has a weak spot. My theory is because I know we all gatekeepers have our theories. My theory is that she's playing him, and
mhm.
nobody else wants to be in on my theory. But I'm like, she's playing him. Like
I could
she
see it though.
somehow is trying to like really get super close to him so that because he's showing vulnerability. And
Hmm.
so, is he going to slip up? Is he going to say, okay, I really love this woman and I'm going to have to tell her the truth
Right.
about what happened? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But I also want Doug to be alive. And he showed up today. And I
Oh,
stand 10 toes down. Huh?
what you think? Is he a hallucination?
I don't want him to be. And they play in our faces with these hallucinations. They better not be playing because I want Dr. Doug to be back and I want Deanna, them to come up with their plan and get Joey. That's what I want. And I like Joey, but I like Dr. Doug. Dr. Doug needed to be
I
in
love
some
that.
counseling, Gamblers Anonymous or something to help him overcome. He
Hmm.
didn't have to kill him. So we'll see.
No.
We won't find out
I
though till
hope.
Tuesday. Because that
Oh
would be like,
yeah.
no, it won't be on Monday.
Oh.
So we gotta wait.
Oh.
Yeah, we gotta wait. Yep.
Oh, that's the only thing
So
I don't like about holidays. I mean, you like them because
yeah,
you get to grill and do all that stuff, but now the
yeah,
stories
yeah.
don't come.
I know it's always like a delay, and then Lord knows what's gonna happen if the World Cup is televised because they were they got preempted like a couple of weeks ago when it was a soccer like 2 days of soccer games, and I think like during the what was it March Madness when the games were on
Yeah.
during the day. So they get preempted for those types of events, but we won't see it Monday, so we gotta wait until next week to see if Doug is a figment of her imagination or not. So
I hope not, because I really don't want them to go with this whole like Deanna got mental health issues kind of thing because she
no,
has a right to feel the way she feels.
she
Like I do
does.
not want
Like
them to try to make her out to
yeah,
be crazy.
and grief is real. Like again, they're young and
Hmm.
their dad died like tragically, It wasn't like, oh, he was sick and it was totally unexpected. So, but I like Deanna. She's like one of my favorite characters. I like Deanna, I like Danny, and Anita. I love Anita. So,
I love Anita.
but we'll see, I just don't like that Vanessa is appearing to be like um just totally nose wide open, as we would say, when it comes to Joey.
Hmm.
Like, you're acting like a schoolgirl. Like, you've
Like
been
you
married,
grown.
kids. Like, you got this man, he got you turned out. Like,
It's a bit much.
grow up. Like, you're grown, you got grown kids. Like, I just thought it was, they doing a bit much with her, just like, and she's just trying to make everybody, like, accept Joey. And I'm not saying not to accept the
Mm.
person, but you're in a different world than Joey. And Joey's made it clear, like, he's not trying to fit in, into, he is who
Mm-mm.
he is. And so that's something I like about him too. Like, he's not trying to pretend to be somebody he's not. So,
Which is, yeah, I love that. But she just won't let it be. Like,
yeah. Oh,
I don't
like
like it.
trying to find his sister. Remember
That
that?
was weird. I
I'm
didn't like
like,
that because,
like, why
first
would
of all,
you?
like, that ain't even your business. Like, leave that man alone. Y'all not
I
married. You don't have to be like a part of
no.
every aspect of his life.
It
It's
was
just
very
not
bizarre to
necessary.
me. It was very
Yeah.
bizarre. Like, and he was like, "Who asked you?" To like try to like. She kept asking him questions, questions, questions. So that's why I'm like, is she doing this because she's trying to just reel him so far in that he feels like he's safe with her? You know what I mean? And so he will open up more, and so she'll have more leverage. I'm trying to figure out. Like I said,
No.
I'm standing behind my theory. I'm hoping that
I
she.
like your theory. I
I'm
like
hoping
it, but
that
I
she's
really
not.
hope. Ooh, I hope to God that's what
Yeah.
it is.
So we'll see, because if Doug is really alive, then he'll be able to tell the story. But I think this will be an opportunity, if he is alive, to like have another storyline. Like
Mhm.
him and Deanna working together to basically bring Joey down.
Yeah,
Because somebody needs to go to jail. Nobody's going to jail on this soap yet.
nobody.
That needs to go.
I've been thinking it was gonna be Leslie. It's like
We're
they gonna
all
get
waiting for
her.
Leslie to go, and she's now a philanthropist. So it's like,
Yeah,
Leslie, you almost killed a whole old girl who worked for Nicole. What, twice? You tried to kill her twice?
twice. Tried to kill her twice.
Yeah, and it's
Like,
like you just out
that's
here
gang member type stuff.
philanthropic endeavors, and you really a killer or attempted murderer, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like
yeah,
you
so
could just
Joey,
get your coin and just get your house and mind your business.
yes, it's crazy. But yeah, Vanessa is a trip. She's a
She
trip. And
is.
I just want her to I wish she would have just like went and got her daughter, like a mama daughter time. Let's just go away. Like, take her kids, go on a trip, get away, hang with her kids. We could have like had them off somewhere. They could have found a set or whatever to have them like at some tropical place or whatever, having a good time and then coming back. Like they have that family
Hmm.
bonding time or whatever. But
Exactly.
she wanted to be, you know, in the streets with her new boo. So, but
She
yeah,
love them streets, girl. Okay.
a
Do you think
mess.
Bill is gonna take on Leah as a client?
Interesting. I don't know. Because she said she wasn't going to talk anymore until she spoke with her lawyer. So, I mean,
Okay, because
could. I don't
because it's
know.
definitely Naomi ain't finna do
No,
that.
Naomi don't even have a regular caseload. 'Cause she has like nothing going on. I mean, Madison's lawsuit, which I was like, where was
Yeah.
Madison this week? you know.
She was nowhere, and she should
Yeah,
have been. Like, she should have been at the
yeah,
cotillion,
exactly.
maybe even, I don't know,
She
or
was
at the
nowhere to be
Oscars,
found. So I'm like,
somewhere.
she could have been at the cotillion or the after
Mhm.
whatever they did. She didn't have to maybe be present, but it'd have been nice to have seen her this week because it's her fiance. So
Yeah,
why didn't we see her? But especially they have the storyline about her being sued. And then
right.
she got the money, to fund the project that she's doing that Bill, is financing. So it's like, okay, we're invested in Madison. We want to see Madison. We don't have to see her
Exactly.
every day, but give us 2 days a week. Give us the day of the cotillion.
For
Something.
real. And I think
So,
Bill was very sweet for that, for funding her thing.
Bill, what?
I
I
said Bill was real sweet for that, for funding her
Yeah, yeah. Because he didn't want his daughter to go to whatever country that
yeah.
she had that what was she supposed to go? It was
I
the
think it was a fellowship,
yeah,
research
fellowship. It
fellowship.
fell through.
Mhm.
And so I think he was feeling a way about Chelsea. Yeah, like leaving. I don't think he liked that.
It's very dad coded. I love
Yeah.
that.
He was like, you sure? So, but Bill is Bill. But he may take Leah's case. I mean, because the other guy, I missed it that day where the guy that got fired for the sexual harassment,
Oh
he's the
right.
lawyer for the person that filed the lawsuit, right? Against Madison.
Hmm.
Yeah. I missed that day. I didn't catch it in a repeat. But it'll be interesting to see him come back, just to kind of see how the case plays out, from
Yeah.
that standpoint. But Bill, I didn't even think about Bill taking Leah's case because that also brings in Lynette
Right.
because Lynette stole money from her. I mean, she's
Exactly.
scammed her, so it's like kind of keeping the Lynette storyline going too, who I also don't think is dead.
You don't think she did?
'Cause
I don't know. I'm on the fence.
I don't think she's dead. I think because Randy didn't kill the dude that was
He don't have a good track record.
no, so I'm like he didn't kill her. He did not kill Lynette.
Well,
I
where
would
is
be
she
shocked.
at? Like, how is she hiding so good? Like,
I mean, he probably had some money that he no, cause cause Lord, I don't want to call these people like we do online nickname Pocket Bride. Nikki Blooms called her Pocket Bride. What's her name?
Haley.
Haley.
That's kind of funny though.
Nikki Blooms just be cracking me up on
She do.
she's so crazy because I kept changing my name on Threads because I had a blog, Gem of the South, and that's it's still up, but I had two Instagram pages. I had my Gem of the South page, and then I had Tamara Eccles just for like my personal stuff I wanted to post. And so when Threads came, I just logged in under my personal page, and so I was Tamara
Mhm.
Eccles, and I was like, I don't want people like knowing like what I'm doing, online. Gemini South was different, so I changed my name to because I begged Sweet Miss Te,
Mhm.
and so I changed it to something else. I didn't like it, and I finally landed on Sweet Miss Te, and so Nikki Blooms was like, y'all need to get permission before y'all change y'all's names. I changed my name and my picture. And I was like,
For
look,
real.
I've been Gem of the South online since 2010, since social media started to kick off. And that was my business
Mhm.
name. I was like, I hadn't had to come up with a, a screen name. So like it was hilarious. So I love y'all. I love my Gatekeeper
Gatekeepers.
family on Threads. We have so much fun. It makes me think of, again, I'm showing my age, Twitter, when Twitter was Twitter and fun and not X.
Mhm.
But it
Girl,
was
I
like,
got off of it. I said, as soon as it
yeah, I'm
got
not
X,
even
I was
on Twitter. Yeah.
like,
I had been on there for years. Like I was there in the beginning And so this
Mhm.
guy that I follow on Threads, he posted like a, I call it Twitter lore. It was the fail whale. Like I guess when the system was down, it would like come up. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is like Twitter lore. Back in the day when Twitter first came on the scene, and I was like, we used to talk about Scandal when it first came out. So we would be like
Oh, I
live
know that
tweeting
one.
Scandal. And so that's what Beyond the Gates, us on Threads, it kind of is nostalgic to me because that's kind of how we used to be on Thursday night on Threads, just like live tweeting the show. So,
I know
you
y'all
know,
had a ball.
we did. I mean, it was just such a fun place to be when, I mean, social media was like, I wasn't on MySpace, but I was on Twitter. And then again, my age. I'm showing it the beginning of Instagram when it was just
Mm,
photos.
yeah, I
So
remember
like
that.
today, how it's reels and all of that, like literally you would
Yeah.
just post a photo and it would just spark conversation. And so that was so much fun because when blogging started to become a thing,
Hmm.
you would spark conversation through you would tell a story and then you would talk, to people like in your comments. And so Instagram was like a condensed version of that. So I posted like
Hmm.
say cookies that I would make, then people would say, "Oh, this looks so good." And they would go to my website and get the recipe, but now, social media is totally
It's so different. Like,
like evolved into so many just crazy spaces. And Threads just kind of gives me, like I said, that feel of original Twitter when we would just be
I,
communicating
yeah,
that way. And I like that. I like that about our community, Beyond the Gates
hmm,
community. It's just fun. So, and I
it's a
like you
lot of.
doing a podcast and we can talk about it, Kiki about
Mhm.
our show and the characters and how they get on our nerves and our
Yeah.
theories, you
Hmm.
know. But yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, I don't have any that I just don't like per se. I mean, like there are some that get on my nerves. Like Haley get on my nerves.
yeah,
Leslie get on my nerves. I don't like Leslie as a mom. Like outside of that, she funny. You
she's
know, she can be
hilarious,
entertaining. Yeah, but as a mom, I'm just like, ooh, I just want
and
to take her
she
to the
uses her
club.
daughter. I mean, she uses Eva like as leverage. Like she wants to
Mhm.
have her to pretend like she's a young girl and she wants to get to her dad. Like
Mhm.
he's over her. Now he did slip up.
Yeah.
I think she's
He
a
was
week.
so drunk though.
Yeah,
I was just
but
like,
it's
I don't
like
kind
he entertains her though a little bit too much. Like he
of.
knows her shenanigans. So it's like you gotta just keep her at arm's length because she's gonna use, well, you weren't there, and it's like I don't think Ted even knew she had the baby or even whatever Bill did. Like he thought it was over and done with. And she didn't
Exactly.
do what Bill basically told her to do. So I felt bad for Ted. Some people are like, oh, Ted, you just entertain Leslie too much. I agree with that, but I'm like, he
Mhm.
didn't know he had a child.
He did
And,
not.
or that the child, she didn't, go through with what Bill asked her to do. And so, granted, cheating is a tough pill to swallow. It's hard to go through
Yeah.
that. So I'm no way condoning that, but it's
Mhm.
like I wish he would have told Nicole. But I'm sure, like, how do
Yeah.
you think? Oh, she's gone. I mean, what could possibly happen? And lo and behold, it
Yeah.
happened. And there's a child, and Leslie told her all kind of stories. You don't know what all lies she said about you and why you weren't in her life because she kind of had to lie to the child because how would she go along with her shenanigans to say,
Exactly.
your daddy, you see your siblings over here living this life and we had to struggle. So she pulled at her heartstrings and made her, you know,
Yeah.
upset about him, quote, abandoning her. But he didn't even know that she existed. So,
I I feel like Leslie is one of those narcissistic moms, and I
oh,
think that's
absolutely.
why I don't blame Eva for anything that she does. Cause like when you deal with a narcissistic mom, people have to understand it's like you under a spell. Okay, like until you completely cut off contact, it's like you under a spell. So I don't blame anybody for their behavior while they under that
Right.
spell because
Because
that
I can
manipulation
only
is so deep.
imagine it's your mom, and then
Hmm.
she's telling you your dad abandoned you. So it's like we're victims. I'm the biggest victim, but we're both victims because your dad abandoned us. So
Hmm.
there's a level of guilt towards Eva, thinking that, I have to put up with my mom because
Yeah.
I know she loves her mom, but it's like a very weird place to be when you know that your mom is gonna cut up and act up and blame everybody, and you got
Hmm.
to be there to pick up the pieces because she's making enemies of everyone. And
Hmm.
I think Eva has a good heart. It's
Hmm.
just that, her mom, just like her mom saying, okay, I'm going to get reserve these places because you and Isaiah get married. She just met
Like
Isaiah.
she likes to live through Eva, and that's what be
Yeah,
annoying me because I'm like, in your life, you don't even put yourself in these positions so that you can
right.
get married, so that you can experience
Yeah.
these things. You stay trying to be somebody's side chick, but you want
I'm
your daughter
like,
to just up and get married.
yeah, like let this relationship develop like naturally. Don't just jump to get married. Mm-mm. She didn't even want to
No,
let Isaiah cook dinner. And Eva was
exactly.
like, Mama, this is what I want to do. Like, I don't want to have this big thing. My man wants to cook, so let's
Let them
eat
cook.
here. But yeah, she tried to take over and make it about her because she's still mad at the Duprees because, her mama committed suicide, which, you know, is very layered. Like,
It
she didn't
is.
know it was her mom. Her mom was in the group. What's the name of the group? I can't remember.
The articulates.
Yeah, the Articulates. So she didn't know who her mom was. So that's a lot. And then having a baby with Ted and Bill saying you got to get out of here and you got to get rid of that baby. I mean, so she has a lot of trauma. So everybody needs to be in
Absolutely.
therapy, but not on Nicole's couch.
Please leave that lady alone.
Yeah, I'm like, Ted, why you got her talking to your girlfriend?
What does that
Cause
even like
for free.
for free?
Mm-mm, nah,
And they stay recommending her for free. I don't like that.
no.
Give
I'm
me some
like,
paperwork.
nah, Shawty, nobody ain't trying to do that. Pay her for her services. Mm-mm.
Something.
And Ted in these suits. Why Ted don't never be in scrubs at the hospital? I know he's a plastic surgeon or whatever, but I'm like, put on some khakis in the
Even
hospital.
Carlton will sometimes have his scrubs
Yeah,
on.
I'm like, you ain't have no
That's
cases
crazy.
today. Why you got this suit on like you about to go out to dinner? Like,
It
it's
seems
during the
like he
day.
be running his office sometimes. Like even because even don't be there.
No.
I don't be no. I'm like, where's Frida at? Didn't you hire her to do this stuff?
Exactly.
I
Just
thought
crazy.
I thought he was gonna You remember when he recommended Nicole for chief? I thought he was gonna recommend himself. That's what I was waiting on.
I would have kind of liked him to be chief. Like, I mean, I didn't think he was gonna say Nicole. I was shocked, and I also
Yeah.
didn't think that Anita and Vernon were gonna say Shanice's aunt. But she may be
Yeah.
coming on to be like a regular cast member.
Yeah.
So that would be interesting because Shanice, I was thinking today, because as we kind of go back and forth on threads, it's like I'm glad they brought her auntie on so that it'll show, her family member because everybody kind of has a family member, and so, but she didn't have any friends, is what I was thinking too. like,
Yeah.
which I understand you gotta pay the actors and stuff, so it's not gonna be like just a ton of people on the cast. So, when folks say, oh, well, they don't have any black friends, and I'm like, probably because they want to make sure
Oh,
that
wow.
the show's gonna get picked up again. Because you
Mm-hmm.
got to pay people, you got to pay your cast members. So maybe in the next year or so, we'll start to see maybe some college friends will come, into play for
Right.
Danny and Nicole. But I would like for Shanice to have a friend because technically,
Yeah.
she and Ashley are just their coworkers. So that's not
Exactly.
like a friend, per se or whatever. But because today she was like, Derek was her best friend. I'm like, Derek was a patient.
She
And that was
she
Ashley's
spent some
ex.
time with him, but I thought it was like for PT, so that's why I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah, like
what?
you were his therapist. So I was like, okay.
Maybe because I was thinking, I was like, does she just not have friends because she works so much,
That
or
could be it too.
you
That
know,
could be it too. Because
maybe.
she and Ted are kind of like figuring out their next steps because I didn't really like how they were making her feel like self-conscious about dating Ted because he was married, which I understand. Like Nicole is a tough act to follow, but Shanice
Yeah,
got a lot going on, for herself
exactly.
too.
She got a lot going for herself. I
Yeah,
love her.
so I love I gotta add her. So I'm gonna have to say my top five. Anita is my favorite. Danny. Now that Deanna is on, definitely Deanna and Shanice. Now Kat gets on my nerves, but
Ooh.
Kat at least stay on them trying to figure out the truth behind because they
The
know
Jeanette
Leslie did it.
situation.
Yeah, I'm like
Mm-hmm.
I like that for her, but she can be mean to Eva, which I'm from the mindset of Eva's been manipulated by her mom and led
Mm-hmm.
astray. And I'm like, it's not her fault. Like when
It's not.
grown-ups make a decision that produces a child, that child didn't ask to be here. So don't take it out on
Mm-hmm.
that person. That's how, and that may come from me being older. But I'm like, that child had nothing to do with their
That's why I've
conception.
always thought it was weird, like to put all of it on Eva. Like
Yeah,
Cat reserves a lot of smoke for Eva, and
a
I'm just
lot.
like I don't understand that because Leslie put all of this in motion. Like I'm
Yeah.
not saying Eva didn't participate, but she participated under false pretenses.
Yeah, she
Like
didn't know. It was whatever her
she
mother
didn't,
told her. So
yeah, because
her
she
mom was
never
feeding
did
her
that.
lies. But I think once she met Nicole and Ted and got to know them, and she felt bad, and she was trying to convince her mom, I don't think this is a good idea. I don't think we need to go through with this because she locked her in the closet, remember?
Yeah, I remember that. And she definitely was, but she was trying
Yeah,
even before that to like get Leslie to kind of
yeah,
calm it down, but
yeah. She
she
was
just
like,
was
nah.
not. She
So,
wasn't listening.
I mean, Eva definitely was manipulated by her mom. But,
Hmm.
I think Kat is upset because she's a baby girl. And now
Yeah.
she has a sister. And so now you got to share the affections of your dad with a sister. And
Hmm.
he's going to want to make up for lost time with her. And
Hmm.
so, I mean, I can
Which is
get
not a
like,
bad thing.
yeah,
I
but
don't
it's
know.
all on Leslie. I think she could have handled it a different way. But
Yeah.
it wouldn't be a dramatic soap opera.
True. That's what we like.
Yeah, it wouldn't be soap drama. So, from Danny shooting up the wedding in the beginning with her ex Bill to, and that's I think what got us our attention with the dramatic things happening in the beginning. And I think, when things kind of lulled, we were kind of like, okay, guys. But that's also a part of soap operas too, you
I
know.
thought so.
Hmm.
I'm saying I thought so. I mean, I'm new to this, so I don't know everything, but yeah, I thought
I
that was
will
part of
tell
it.
you that I grew up, we were a CBS soap family. So we watched Young and the Restless, which most people's grandmamas, mamas in my age group, that's what they watch. And so some people, either NBC, CBS, or like soaps were on all the stations, like major networks. And so Anita actually was on As the World Turns. I don't remember her, but she played on As the World Turns. And then, so we had that. We had Bold and Beautiful, As the World Turns, and The Guiding Light. So those were the stories that I watched growing up. My mom and I watched. And so Anita, to get out for daytime TV, she played on Law and Order SVU. She's an Emmy
Yes.
on there. And so Tamara Toon, I think she pronounced her name Tamara. And so when I saw that she was going to be on this new soap, I'm like, oh, I love her. Like, she's a phenomenal
Me too.
actress. And so I really was excited about the soap opera coming on. But soaps kind of they drag on like Bold and Beautiful, which is the only soap, and Young and the Restless too. But Bold and Beautiful will have a storyline drag out for so long and repeat the same lines over and over and over again. I mean, it's like it'll be interesting, but it things don't wrap up quickly. So when I see people saying, I know about soaps, but I'm tired of this, I'm tired of that, I don't say anything because I'm like, it's just kind of I may talk a little smack, but it's not to the point where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stop watching. Now, if they would have killed Anita, I might have stopped watching because I'm like, she's the matriarch, and
Yeah.
I didn't like the storyline of her being sick, but I get it because you're gonna write from topics that are what I mean, hit home to you or hit home to people on the writing staff. So totally get that, you know. But for the most part, it's probably going to be boring a lot of days, and it's like that's just the nature of we were blessed with this week being exciting because people were saying, oh, the cotillion, are they going to show the cotillion? It's going to be like Winterfest, you know and I was like, we'll just have to wait and see. I hope they show the cotillion, and they did, and it was great. This was a great week. I felt like it was a really good week.
I
And
loved it.
you know Vanessa's daughter, Deanna. I was worried when she came in on all black. I was like, Deanna.
You gonna start something?
I was like, uh-oh.
Like, not with the girls, not with the girls,
Yeah.
please.
I was like, ee.
What what did you think about the cotillion though?
I actually was in cotillion in high school.
Really?
So, um, we do cotillion in my sorority. And so, but when I was younger, my mom was in the same sorority that I'm in. And so that's a major fundraiser, and um, it's a great experience. It has evolved because cotillion, it is a debutante. It is like you being presented, but there are a lot of activities that go along with it. So it's not just, at least the ones I've been involved in, you do activities. So all the participants, you do workshops, from etiquette workshops. You may attend events like as a group where like in my current chapter, Alvin Ailey may be something that we do take the young ladies to, or they'll do a service project together. So a lot of different bonding activities and just community service type things. So it's more than, and then you fundraise, and then a scholarship comes out of it. So different organizations have their cotillions set up differently, but it's really a good way to like meet people and make potential lifelong friends. So I thought they did a really good job with how they presented it and had the young people do like their dance, like do a traditional dance, but also sprinkle in some of the little present day dances that young people like to do. So they made it fun. I thought that was great, and talked about their service projects that they did. So I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good, a good
Yeah.
representation.
Yeah, I've never attended anything like that. I had heard of it before. But to be honest, like even stuff like where they have like the different forks and all of that, like I didn't even come into contact with stuff like that, so I went to college. So
Okay,
I was just like I liked learning about the concept because it just that ain't how I grew up. Like
it's
I grew up in the
okay.
country.
I'm from the
Like,
country too. I'm
yeah,
from the country
and
too. So I was very fortunate though. My parents actually met in college, and they were like first
mhm,
generation to go to college. So
mhm.
my mom had a brother that went. They went to HBCU, both of them.
Okay.
And so my mom, I'm an AKA. My mom was an AKA, and she became an AKA because her teacher was one. And so she didn't know. I mean, my mom's from like rural, like super rural. I'm from South Carolina, so she's like from the sticks in South Carolina, and so her teacher was a part of the sorority, and so that's how she learned about sororities. And she wanted to be a teacher because of that person's influence. And so when I was in high school, different Greek letter organizations, the sororities would have cotillion, and they would have like the younger people that weren't cotillion age. They would like you would start out as like a sub deb, and then you would
Mhm.
like help with the debutante, and they would have activities for you to do. And then when you became the age to be in cotillion, then you would do activities as a cotillion member or a debutante, and then go on from there. So my mom, I don't think they had cotillion back in the in the sororities like in the '60s and stuff like that. They would do like fashion shows, like
Mhm.
fashionetta or something like that, or different type of fundraisers that way. So that's how I found out about it when I was in high school. I think they had just started doing cotillion. But we didn't do like etiquette courses. That was like later when we started to do incorporate that in the cotillion process. But
Mhm.
yeah, it was now like organizations, I think like Jack and Jill, and they
Mhm.
do like cotillion, like or debutante balls and things of that nature. So, but it's always good to learn. I'm all for learning and being exposed
Mhm.
to things because if you're not growing, if you're not learning, you're not growing. So it was neat to kind of see that part incorporated. And you know, I didn't like how they were treating Anastasia and her granddaughter, treating Samantha because of them being adopted. I'm like, thank God, for people who are in a position to adopt children and help kids because
Yeah.
they're in a tough situation, and it just, I like how Beyond the Gates just tackles so many societal issues from, their mom
Yeah.
being homeless and, you know, having an addiction, just things like that, you know, are real life, from the cancer storyline to June being homeless and, dealing with that. I think they do a really good job of hitting real life situations.
Yeah.
Even though we
I
want it
like
as an escape, it's,
it.
you know, I want them to be outlandish too, Soap operas used to be
Mhm.
so just ridiculous. Like
It's like
somebody
you
would die.
said what happened in the
Mhm.
stories? I used to be
Just
talking to my mom like you said what happened now?
it used to be crazy. Like on the Guiding Light, one of the characters, Reva Shane, she dated the daddy, the two brothers. She died. Then she came back from the dead. It used to be like so much nonsense. Just nonsense. Nonsense.
The
And
craziest
one,
part to me, just as a a bypasser, bystander, whatever.
Mhm.
Like I just used to, years at a time, look at the show and I'd be like, Victor's still on there.
Victor stay in that chair though. Victor don't be getting up that much. I was like, I knew he was sick. Um, and so I will turn it on just to have it on because it's so funny growing up. I can say how much I could probably be your mama because you say you're 30, child. I'm 52. So my grandmother used to watch The Price is Right. I hated The Price is Right. It was on Bob Barker. And my grandmama would have that thing on Price is Right. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to scream if I have to see this. So now I laugh at myself because it's Let's Make a Deal
Hmm.
and it's Price is Right. And then my stories, I'm like, Lord Jesus, I'm turning to my
Weird.
grandma.
You know how excited I was? I was like, oh my God, I get to start the stories from the beginning. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Exactly. And the soaps, because I can't remember. I watch a lot of like all kind of documentaries, some sports documentaries, historical, like if it's anything that just piques my interest, I watch it. And so
Mhm.
it was years ago I watched a documentary on how soaps became a thing. So soap operas have been around probably since the 50s. And I think the oldest one, like I think Days of Our Lives on ABC was like the oldest documentary because it was in black and white. And then the other networks started too. But Days of Our Lives, I could hear it. What was the song? As the sands of time, so are the days of our lives. And it would be like an hourglass, and it would show like, how the sand goes through the hourglass. So it would
Mhm.
say what was happening, and they would break into so are the days of our lives, and then the soap would like come on. And so it wasn't until I was probably in elementary school that I think my mama, because my mom was a teacher, and so when it was summer, she would watch Young and the Restless, and Bold and the Beautiful didn't come out until like the late 80s, early
Mhm.
90s. And then it was As the World Turns, and then God and Light. And then my mama used to watch, oh, what was the soap opera? Because Erica Kane. Did your mom watch? Was she a CBS soap or what network?
It was mostly Young and the Restless. And
Okay.
then I think As the World Turns sometimes, but it was mostly Young and the Restless.
Yes. I think everybody's mama and grandmama watched Young and the Restless because every grandmama loves some Victor Newman. So Victor Newman is for the grannies, girl. But
Victor had that hair.
yeah. Victor still go he's on threads. He was at his granddaughter's graduation and he took a picture. I was like, Victor.
You gotta add Victor now, cause
Victor Newman. Everybody loved Victor. And back in the day, Victor and Nikki. Nikki was a stripper girl. And
Who?
he found her and Nikki was a stripper. Nikki and Miss Chancellor, all of them, yeah. That was a soap, but I can't remember the name of the soap, but it was on ABC. And was it All My Children? All My Children, because
That
they
sounds
were the
familiar.
first soap to have a black couple, and it was Angie and what was his name? Oh my gosh, Debbie. She has the dimples. The actress with the dimples. She's on
Debbie
the
Allen,
not Debbie Allen. Debbie Allen is the dancer.
the dancer. Okay.
Debbie, she's on. Do you watch Beauty in Black? I don't, but she's
Yes.
on that show, Beauty in Black. It was
Mm.
Angie and whatever the black guy's name was.
Oh,
So
that Debbie. Oh, I
yes,
forget her last name.
her. It was Angie. Her name on the soap was Angie, and it was I cannot remember his name, but they were like a black couple, and black people were happy because it was like, oh my gosh, we got black people on the soap. But they were like the main couple on there. So my mom would watch that. Like she would take a break, and then Erica came, and Erica, we love Erica Kane too, but and she never won a soap opera Emmy. It took years. Every year she would like lose out on winning an Emmy, and we would be so upset because we were like, Erica Kane is that girl. And every year she would lose, but she finally won. I think it took like 30 years before she finally won a daytime Emmy. But
Wow.
yeah, soap operas are, it's just interesting, like through the years, how different media changes, like how we consume media changes. Like now,
Mhm.
everybody's like podcast or reels, like things like that. Nobody's really watching or streaming. They're not
Streaming.
really sitting down watching like a network television. If they're watching a show, they're watching it on Paramount, Netflix,
Netflix.
something like that. So it's just watching things evolve is interesting, but Beyond the Gates is nostalgic, so I like it. And to have a predominantly black soap is really cool because we had one a long time ago. It was called, I think, Generations,
Oh,
and it didn't last that long.
oh,
It was a good soap, but it didn't. So that's why I'm like so make a point of like, guys, we got to support it because they're going to
yeah,
look at the numbers, they're going to look at the viewership, and even if it gets on your nerves, just have it on in the background. you know,
something, something.
yeah, just have it on. They don't know. So I think it's important that we support, when we have TV shows and things that represent us, that we show that we're tuning in for it. And like I said, it's a good escape
Yeah, it
from the world.
definitely is. I love that show. Like even the boring days, I'm like, oh, this is nice. I love the
Yeah,
outfits. The outfits are cute.
I know. Cause I love Danny's outfits. I love their jewelry. They have the best earrings and stuff like that. I'm an earring girl. I don't have them on now, but I like seeing
Me.
with Danny how she accessorizes and stuff like that. And Anita, Miss Anita, now they have her dressed to the nines every day. So I love seeing what Anita wears too. And
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 this ain't no
Nicole.
rookie class either, cause a lot of people they got resumes. Like that's why
Yeah,
I be like, we do have to wait for them to bring on the friends and all that, cause they gotta pay these folks. I know
yeah, that's
like
what exactly. It's like I would love to see their college friends, but I'm like they also got to cut a check to
they
have
got
more
to.
cast.
Cause I know Tamara Tooney, like they gotta cut a check for that.
Yes, and Vernon. The
Yeah,
what's his
Vernon
name?
too.
Yeah, he's been
I
in a
forgot
lot of
his.
shows.
Yeah. So,
So
mm-mm.
you
And
got to have
Ted
that
too.
money.
I
Yep.
I remember Ted from This Christmas. Like,
Yeah, he's been in a lot of movies, and I
mhm.
didn't realize Nicole had been in like videos and stuff. And I don't know if she's been in other movies, but the actress that plays Nicole, I'm
She was
trying to
in
think.
Girlfriends.
Oh yeah, yeah. What was
Oh, and the Parkers.
Joey? I think Joey was on a soap. He's a writer. The actor that plays Joey, he's a writer. He had like a book signing in Atlanta because some of the
Mm,
cast members were like showing on their social media attending his book signing in like a bookstore
oh,
in
that's nice.
hmm so I think
I
he's
have to
played
look
on
him
another
up.
soap before this. Well, obviously I think he's like a veteran in the soap opera space. So
I gotta
but
see
yeah,
what he wrote about. 'Cause I love reading. I love books.
that's good. I used to. I have like 5 books that I've read 3 chapters in. So I can't buy another book. I gotta finish one. I
You
gotta
gotta
finish
finish at
one.
least one.
One. It's like, like I'll see people talking about, oh yeah, this book, oh, this is so interesting. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get it. Then I read a couple of chapters and then I just like space out.
I'm a bad influence. 'Cause I'm gonna tell you to buy them all. Just put them on the shelf, make them cute. Like,
I know I need a bookshelf. I mean, they're just like sitting on my dining room table and I'm like, they're just looking at me like, don't buy another book.
mhm. Cause last night, I kid you not, I was on TikTok looking at home libraries.
Oh
Don't do
wow.
this because you're gonna get obsessed.
See, that's the
Like,
thing. I
just
can't.
ooh, come
I
with
see
ladders.
people talking about Kennedy Ryan. Do you read
Yeah,
her?
I heard she's a really good author. I haven't gotten into her books yet,
Okay.
so
I
I don't
see
know.
people talking about her, and I'm like, Tamara, no, don't do
Yeah,
it,
they said she
because
writes really good books.
I may look into her. I just got to finish one of these books because I tell no lie. I have like 5 books that I started and stopped because I got
Yeah,
distracted.
I understand.
I don't want to make you nervous, but enjoy your 30s because you'll blink and you'll be 52 and in perimenopause like me.
Who is that like? Nobody is telling me. They just like, just enjoy yourself. Like,
Yeah, do
okay, but
enjoy
what's
yourself.
the tea?
You don't want to know the tea. Wait until you get 35. First, ask your mom. If
Mhm.
ask your
Well,
mom.
all I know is she has hot flashes, and they started not
It's
too long ago.
Baby,
She's
is
about
so
my
much
age.
more than that. It is like I don't want to scare you because we're talking about behind beyond the gates.
Okay.
You'll feel like you don't know who you are anymore because your hormones are like, we're done here, and you become unrecognizable to yourself.
Okay.
So, women, I don't know what we did to deserve this, but that's why I said just enjoy and just know that my generation, we're doing everything we can to prepare the next generation to know, so you guys won't be shocked about anything.
Okay.
And it's man, you can manage it because like I didn't have hot flashes, and some people don't. Some people like I'll just tell you one symptom I had. I was smelling smoke. I was like, oh my gosh, what's burning? And I get up and I'm like, what's burning? And it's a perimenopause symptom. Like it's phantom smoke. There's a name for it, but it's like you think you're smelling something on fire.
Oh, wow.
Bizarre. Most bizarre thing ever. So enjoy.
Well,
Don't.
have fun. I heard the 30s is fun.
I had a ball in my 30s. I did. Well, I enjoy my 30s, but I would say my 40s definitely were, I felt a sense, and it's different for everybody. I just felt like a re a reawakening, of who I
Mhm.
was. And I was very just excited about turning 40. And I turned 50 and I was like, oh Lord. But it's great. I mean, it's been great. Like, you know, um, it's just life. Life is what you make it. Like I have in my tagline. My mom used to always say that life is what you make it, and it really is because, you know, it's unpredictable, but it's all how we respond to what
Yeah.
happens to us because we can't control anything but ourselves when life comes at us. So that's my advice to
That's
you.
very true.
Is what you make it, and you know, just live and be in the moment. Be in the moment as much as you can, for sure.
Yeah. That's
So
why I be wondering a little bit about like the Danny situation because she is kind of there, the
yeah,
perimenopausal age, and then
yeah.
there's Andre. So I just be wondering like, does it clash sometimes? Like I don't know. But she seems to be enjoying herself. So
What can I say on this podcast? Because I'm going to tell you,
you can say whatever.
you're going to be like a teenage boy in your 40s.
Okay.
So they're good.
Oh Lord.
She's having the time of her life.
You're enjoying her. Okay.
Yeah, she's
Good.
having the time of her life. It's all good
I'm very excited
because
about it.
he's younger and she's like, let's get it. Hence all the scenes because that drive is up, baby.
That's good. You could tell they got somebody who kind of relates to each like
Yep.
storyline on the writing team because
Yeah.
they're writing these things very accurately.
Yes,
So
she is.
like that.
Yeah. I might try to find me a young one. I don't know.
Listen, I'm a go
Just
twin
kidding.
girl.
Just kidding. But I cheer for Danny. I like
I
she
believe.
is like my top three of all the characters. I really like Danny. I love how I like her personality. She's just so vibrant. And she was real. Like, you're married to this man for all these years. You were a model and you're watching your husband go from, being a young attorney, starting his firm. You put your
Mhm.
career on the side to raise the children, and this little hussy comes along,
Hello.
befriends your daughter, pretends to be her friend, and basically he decides to divorce. Not that because he was doing stuff she alluded to, he wasn't totally faithful throughout the marriage, but it never got to the point of I'm going to divorce you and marry a younger, you know, woman who pretended to be your daughter's friend.
Yeah,
So, I mean, all her feelings 100% valid. Like,
absolutely.
just so that is real. Like, you pour into a person, pour into a relationship, put your dreams on hold, and he's just like, I'm done. So,
Yeah.
her response was spot on. So, like I said, they're writing in the beginning. I think they were like, we got to come in hot and heavy to capture our audience, and you just don't know if you're going to get picked up again. So I think, like I
Mhm.
said earlier, that's why some of the storylines kind of got a little, um, I hate to say boring, but not as intense
Right.
because you got to flesh out and have enough available for the next two seasons. So I get
Mhm.
it, but yeah, I like Danny.
I think that's why I was glad that like Kat and Tomas didn't progress as fast as they were, trying
Yeah.
to at different times because I was just like, I don't want Kat to get too wrapped up in him. Like,
Mm.
cause he's just going to let her. Like that's pretty much what
Yeah.
he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And to your point, when she was like, "Yeah, let's move in," he was like, "Pause," because
Mhm.
I'm working for your uncle. I don't want to, because it was seeming like he was like, "Yeah, I want to." He wanted to be with Kat to have an image, and not to say that he don't care about her, but Bill was like, you need to have a family. You need to be working towards that. So I'm like, don't get there faster than you need to, and the moving in together is not the move right now. Like, let y'all's relationship develop more, because if you break her heart, Bill, you probably gonna get fired. I mean,
Bill is like that. He
yeah,
he don't
Bill's gonna
care.
fire you. So don't. So I'm glad, like you said, that they kind of slowed things down, and now they got this. Let's figure out what's going on with Lynette. Like
Who's
Haley.
Lynette? Solve some mysteries.
Yes. So definitely, because Tomas, I'm like, dude, you about to be out of here if you break this child heart.
Yeah.
Even though he not married to her aunt no more, that's still his niece. I mean,
He don't play by her.
yeah,
And plus, he still tries to be, in with the Duprees
yeah.
anyway. So,
Which they was getting on my nerves with that. Which that's real life too. You in the family for what, over 20 something years, so
mhm.
now you done broke their daughter's heart. Now you feeling nostalgic, talking about Vernon was like a daddy to you. Cry me a river.
Seriously, like that's her daddy.
Like,
But act like you know.
her
But
and him and Ted, they all
mhm,
acting sad. I'm like, y'all did their daughters wrong. Mm-mm. Be like me, I hold a grudge.
the same. And Danny and Nicole is too nice. I would have been like, okay, it's either me or them. Don't, yeah, once I break up with him, you do too. Don't play with me.
It's a wrap. Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
But he over there sad. But Haley, are you gonna kill Bill? That's what I want
I
to know. You've been
wonder
talking
that.
about kill Bill, and Bill is still breathing.
supposed to like I get it. It's supposed to be a little like slower, cause you don't want to be looked at as like the main suspect, but they gonna look at you anyway. So I just feel
Exactly.
like it.
They're
What's
always
the
gonna look at the spouse. Always. I've
yeah
watched enough Snap to know they're gonna look at the spouse first.
nap, Law and
You
Order? They gonna look.
Dateline, all these news shows where somebody got killed,
Hmm.
the spouse is gonna be the first suspect. So, but you're right. Let it be slow. Something that's not traceable in his bloodstream. But that one day when she poured all of it in there, I was like, girl.
Like either you want to just do it or you want to be meticulous. Like pick a
Yeah.
side. You know,
Like,
you just
girl,
you have
please.
no patience. I feel like she's gonna get caught.
I mean, she has to. He was dumb though to get that what, $10 million insurance policy.
All of this, and you don't even know this girl's background for real. Like you're
He
like,
tried to
oh,
ask her.
what about your family and everything? I'm like, y'all are married now, and you have this life insurance policy. You were supposed to ask before all this.
Exactly.
What are
But
we
you a
doing,
lawyer.
Esquire? What are we doing?
Discovery. What happened to discovery? That's what you do as a lawyer, right? You ask questions to lead up to, do I marry this person? I hope they got a prenup, but if he got that insurance policy, then that's null and void. The
But I'm
prenup, because she's gonna be the beneficiary.
Because I'm thinking about like Bill doesn't have a lot of experience, I think, with having to vet someone that he's about to marry. Because when he married Danny, he didn't have any money. She had all the
True.
money.
True.
And so they had to vet him.
True.
But
Yeah.
in like now with him marrying Haley, yeah, I don't think he doesn't have any experience with this
So he didn't
type of
think about having a prenup per se, because I don't know if he does. Like they didn't. I wasn't even thinking about that. Like
I just thought about it.
he and Danny were like, you married the senator's daughter, basically. Like, and her mom was a musical star.
Hmm.
So yeah, that is going to be a twist because talking about the the insurance policy, was that for their baby or was it for just his life insurance in general? And then like, even if they had a child, she would be the beneficiary, or like she would have the what's it called, like, oh, what is the word for, she would have to manage it, like,
Yes.
even if it
Yeah.
was something like, she would be named as the main beneficiary, and then maybe a certain percentage would go to their child, because I think that's what was causing him to say, oh, I want to make sure she's taken care of after he had a stroke. If something were to happen to me, I want to make sure my family is taken care of.
That's
So
what it was. Yeah. And
yeah.
then they set aside like a whole different amount for the child. And that's what she took out of that bank account when he was looking at her
Oh
salary.
yeah, yeah, because he was like, what's up? Why did you take this
Yeah,
money?
like
Because you don't think the whoever his banker or whatever wasn't gonna, like, first of all, him not get statements to see that the money is gone. Cause baby, I'm in my bank account every day, make sure nobody ain't taking nothing out of my account.
I done got scammed. Like I don't play. I don't play. Cause and that's why I don't put my card like when you go get gas, I don't put my card in the thing anymore because I got scammed like that before.
Oh yeah, they'll put those little like fake little card readers. Yeah,
Hmm. So
which
I
is
just
ridiculous. I did like I went like, one of the churches by us would do like a fundraiser in the summer, and they would like sell plates, barbecue plates, and so they would take your payment with the little square, and
hmm
so I like just scanned it that way to pay, and I was sitting in my house, girl, and I just happened to look at my bank account. I live in Metro Atlanta, and I was like, I'm not in Atlanta at the Waffle House. Somebody had went to the Waffle House, another nice restaurant, on my card.
wow.
Yep. So I'm very much like, like you, I'm looking. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna be sitting in my house and I see my car charged in another city, and I'm at home.
Absolutely not.
So, mm-mm, nah. So again, he's gonna see his statements. You done took this money out,
Yeah.
but she always have an excuse for everything that she does. Oh, Bill, and he just believes her.
But I be wondering, I'm like, Bill, you don't see that she has an explanation for everything?
Everything,
The perfect explanation? Come on
everything.
now.
And the way Lynette knocked the heck out of her though when she was talking about she, I'm like, God,
I will never forget that.
she knocked the hell out of her. I was like, God, dog,
I'm just like, ma'am, you ain't gonna like, there's no preparation. You just, I guess, but
zero.
that's the most natural way she could have done it. So it to look real.
It was, she knocked her out. I mean, she had a shine. I'm like, God, no. So yeah, Bill gonna be like, taking extra care, precaution or whatever. And I'm like, where's the ring? Because that was a nice ring. So I don't know. That's why I think Lynette, she gonna come back. She's gonna come back. Cause I liked her too.
I
She was the
really
best
like
scammer.
that.
She was better than Haley.
Yeah. But I was just like, dang, girl, like, can you get your own shark? Good Lord. Stay, well, you got Big Bill over there. He can do this and that. I'm like, yeah, he can, but the
Because
rest
she
of
was
us over
playing
here trying to
her.
make money.
She was playing her because I think she was gonna try to get to Bill in some type of way.
Mhm.
Like move Haley out of the way so she could be, with Bill or whatever. But, you know, they took another direction. So I'm like, will she come back?
Yeah, she was too aggressive. I feel like Bill was kind of gonna snuff that out.
But not Haley.
Yeah, I'm like Haley just played the game. Like, oh, I'm her best friend. Like, I just
Hmm.
be over the house. She played it
Whatever.
well. But
Yeah.
now it's like now it's mm,
I don't know.
abomination.
She ain't gonna ever compete with Danny though.
She
And I
ain't.
think that gets under her skin a lot.
Yeah,
But I'm
I think
like,
that's what's bothering her. It's the ego of it all. Like she's just
yep,
like,
yep,
I'm supposed to
yep.
be winning here.
I'm like,
Okay.
girl,
All right. So who did you want to put on the docket for this week? Like who you want to send away?
who do I want to send away? Ashley. You played in Derek's face.
Bad.
And now you just a wreck. Girl, bye.
Just like she was a wreck when he got injured. She did the same thing.
And got mad though when he was like, yeah, I can walk, but I wanted to surprise you. Now, granted, come on, dude. Y'all
That's
both was kind of messy on that part, but how she was so ugly to him. Like,
she was.
I'm like, huh? She's so wishy washy.
And he could feel her pulling away as he was getting better. That's why he did it.
Yeah, that's why he did it. Cause it's like you over here getting all giddy because Andre talking about taking you to Paris. I'm like, what? So yeah, she on the chopping block. I'm like, I don't want to see her crying next week. I'm sorry. I'm done with it.
Now you know.
Cut it. Let's get into the plan with Doug and Deanna. That's all I want to see.
That's what I'm
What
here
we about to do. But
for.
yeah, Ashley, I'm sick of
So,
her.
so for me, I'm gonna put Vanessa on the docket. Just
Her too.
I can't do it. I can't do the even today, like she was so disgusting today. Like with the whole, oh, well, you didn't answer any of my phone calls and I'm not gonna allow you to make me feel bad in this restaurant. I'm just gonna leave all dramatic and like that. I don't like that because that was so manipulative.
It was, and she was like, "You barged in." I'm like, she was
Barge
talking
in.
on a regular tone. Like, what are you talking about? I was like, that's guilt eating her up.
Hmm.
You feeling guilty because you know you're being a horrible mother to this child. Period. So
And
yes,
then
I
to
agree.
say, "Oh, you took that out of context. You literally said your daughter was raised by wolves. How is she supposed to take that?"
And I'm like, so you a wolf? You a wolf? Cause you the mama. You gonna be thinking, think, Vanessa,
Crazy.
think. You the wolf? Come on, man. Her daddy dead, so y'all wolves.
Y'all wolves. Like that's her. She don't be. She'll just say anything. Like
Ain't
I
gonna
just
run
love
off.
her. She playing
I thought
silent.
she was gonna run to Joey.
That's what I was thinking too. When she started texting on her phone, like she finna text Joey.
Yeah, I was like, she gonna go to Joey talking about her kids. I'm like, girl, bye.
Mm-mm.
But Nicole ain't no better because Nicole don't like Joey.
Nicole, I was glad that she kind of called her out today, though. I was
Yeah.
proud of that because she needed a reality check. Like, girl, that is not the same thing.
No, she was like, but your girl, shh, come to reality.
Come back.
So, but
So,
yeah,
but all right, well, that is the end of today's shenanigans. I think we
this
got
was fun.
everybody. This was so much fun. I had a great
Yeah,
time talking to you.
me too. I like talking about Beyond the Gates. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
My
Like they
guilty
just don't know
pleasure.
they got a special place in my heart. Like,
I don't know, and a great first soap opera for you to, get in from the beginning and
mhm.
start your own journey to favorite soaps, and maybe another soap will come out. We don't know. Let's see what happens.
I'm
You
down
never
with those
know.
shoes.
Yeah. Well, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you having me on. I had a good time.
Yes, and thank you for coming. Thank you for dealing
Of
with my
course.
technical issues.
I don't know. We worked through it. Girl, I'm just sitting here chilling. Got the Atlanta Dream game on. See what they about to do. Just on the
Okay.
background.
Yeah, yeah. Support the WNBA, y'all. Like,
Yes. I went to the game Sunday. I went to the game and it was fun. Oh, this Caitlin. Oh, they done turned to Caitlin Clark.
she on
Oh,
Atlanta or is she on the other team?
they changed the game. So the Dream game must have just gone off. I mean, I was watching it earlier, but I think they've changed to this game because it's like 2 more minutes. So I think the Dream was blowing out Dallas. That's what they were playing. So, but yeah,
Okay.
I'm for it. I used to watch a lot of basketball, but I kind of got out of it. So, I'm going to start watching WNBA a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but thank you.
Of course.
All right.
So yeah, I'll post it later on tonight and
Okay.
I'll tag you. So, all
Okay.
right.
All right. Have
Okay.
a good night.
You
All
too.
right. Bye.